Mm-hmm. Oh, I see. I see. Got it. Right. Okay. I'll be sure to let them know. Thanks for calling. Okay. Yeah, I see. I get it. I promise. Okay. Talk to you soon. Bye. Hey there. That was the past calling. They wanted me to talk a little bit about ice. ICE. You know, nowadays, ice is everywhere. We get to get it right out of our refrigerators. Sometimes we have an ice tray, but a lot of times it's an automatic thing. Just think back, almost 100 years ago, ice was a treat because we really didn't have a lot of electricity. Electricity allows us to make ice, right? In the wintertime. But a lot of times we're drinking our stuff warm. And you would have an ice box. So our refrigerators now run electric. But back in the day, your refrigerator actually just had a big hunk of ice in it. Think about when you go camping and you bring a cooler and it's got a bunch of ice in it. That's pretty much what people were doing back in the day. So the past was telling me that ice is really, used to be a luxury. It's something that, you know, we don't even really think about these days. What does ice have to do with freedom? Well, once we were able to figure out how to make more ice, we were also able to keep things cooler, which means we were able to take things like produce, cucumbers and lemons and stuff like that, and keep it cool enough to ship it all over the world. Because before, remember we talked about that canning? That was really the only way you could keep vegetables fresh. Once we figured out how to utilize cold ice, the world really opened up. And to this day, our stuff gets shipped in really cold containers using this little but mighty frozen, really kind of cool and magical thing we call ice. Do you see? I see. I crack myself up. The next time you get ice and you ask for ice, think about it a little bit. Because back in the day, people were drinking stuff warm. And think about how much energy it takes to make ice. Ice is pretty magical, especially when we think about how limited we were back in the day, when this was our telephone. You were canning anything that you grew in your own garden. And if you had an ice box, you had a big piece of ice that probably melted. You had to call up the Iceman.
Hello, I need some ice. Stop.
And he'd deliver it with these really big hooks. And he's really strong. He'd put it in your ice box. I'll find one of those and show them to you someday. They're pretty rad. Ice gave us the freedom to eat all of those delicious vegetables and to keep stuff cold, like meat and eggs and ice cream. What else do you use ice for? What are your thoughts? Let me know.